Hello there, I'm Kevin Parson, and I live and work in the Harleston area, and I love Harleston so much, and I'm sure you do as well, that I want to tell the world how much Harleston is really popular and it's just awesome, really. So I want to share some true stories with true heroes and champions of Harleston over the next few days. And with me today, I'm really pleased to introduce, and I'm sure he doesn't need introduction because he's a really well-known figure in Harleston, Mike Chappell.
Morning,
hi, Mike.
Kev. Morning, Kevin.
Yeah, and as you probably know, Mike is the proprietor of the Apiary Cake and Coffee House. Obviously, we're all in difficult times at the moment with the coronavirus thing, but Mike's been a bit industrious for the looks of things, and what I hear, he's actually spared us 10, 15 minutes because at the moment he's exceedingly busy. Mike, would you just like to tell us a bit why you're busy at the moment, even though you're not really a lot of cake or coffee?
Well, I think really when all this hit, what we decided was that we've got to adapt and survive, I think is what it was. And I, for many moons ago, is a greengrocer. So I've done this side of the business and what we're doing now for a long time ago. So I thought to myself, in order for me to keep a minimum of 2/3 of our members of staff employed, plus also
Are we giving these are we loading them? Is Darren doing this?
Yes.
He doesn't know what he's meant to
yes. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, you'll have to edit, I think. Because I'm a greengrocer in a past life, what I decided was, in order to adapt and survive and to keep people employed, is that we would change from a cake and coffee house, which is what we do on a normal day-to-day basis, to supplying really good class 1 fruit and veg to the local community with a delivery service. People can't get out now. They're being told they can't leave the house, and there was a need, so we created the need. Luckily, we've got a truck that we can pop it all around in. I've got some a volunteer helping me that's doing some of the driving for me. The girls are more busy now than they have been in the past. I mean, it really has been I would call it a success story, really. And I think everybody's enjoying it. That's the main thing.
And that's really it is a fabulous success story because, of course, you know, it's providing a service. And I mean, I live a little bit further away from Harleston. I'm near Diss, and in fact, my stepson is doing exactly the same thing. He's helping a Bury St Edmunds greengrocer do. He actually has a store on Bury Market, but of course he can't be on there, so he's doing a delivery as well. So you know, fair play to you. And of course, everybody who is in lockdown and can't get out, a great service for them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we've always said. This isn't about making any money. This is about staying alive and making sure that the community has got a service that it can rely on. We're hearing that you can't get an online order for an online slot for the big boys for 3-4 weeks. Yet we're managing to get, all right, we're only doing fruit and veg and basic essentials, the milk, the butter, the flour, that sort of stuff. But we're getting it out within 48 hours and we're fulfilling 99.9% of the orders to exactly what they're asking for.
Yeah, absolutely great. Well, my hat off to you, Mike. Well, and to all your helpers, teams, and
I've got to give it up to the team.
Well, really. So really great. So tell me, Mike. Obviously, you've been trading in Harleston for some time now. Tell me what you love about Harleston.
Harleston's unique, in my opinion. It has a great population. It has lots of lots of families that have been here for, I mean, long times. It's history here, like we wouldn't believe. What attracted me to Harleston originally was the fact it's full of independents, people trading on an independent high street. Yes, there's competition, which is great. We all love a bit of competition, but it's also a bit of camaraderie as well, which is great fun. It's banter between the shopkeepers and the business owners, we do try to help each other out as much as we can. There are times when you can't, obviously, and there are times when you think to yourself, "Oh my good goodness, what have I done?" But then you've got the really good times, and the way that Harleston portrays itself outwardly seems to be a very kind and friendly, happy place to come and visit and work. So that's why we chose it.
Yeah. And how long have you been in Harleston now then?
It will be 5 years in October.
Oh, really? Yeah. So so it's quite well established now. So why do you think sort of the people of Harleston have taken you to their heart? Because obviously you're now, as I see it, an intransigent part of actually the life of the Harleston people.
Well, thank you for that, Kevin. That's I don't ever see myself as that because I haven't been here for 30 plus years. But
well, you're not local yet, no.
No, that's very true. But I think what it is all the girls that work for me here are all local. They've all lived here. Most of them lived here for all of their lives. They know the local population. We look after the elderly as much as we can as well. And as we know full well, I mean, I think there's a population of about 3,000 in Harleston. It's growing on a yearly basis quite substantially. But we still have a very big elderly population, and they like to come in and feel welcome, as we do with everybody. We let dogs in down at the bottom of the, things. So we're dog friendly. The walkers come to us. The cyclists have got somewhere to park their bikes outside the front. So it really is almost becoming, or has become, a hub for people to meet.
And obviously a true community background, really, isn't it? Sort of, really serving that local community. Yeah. So you've been here 5 years. So sort of, did you come down with your family at all? Tell me a bit about your family.
We've got my other half, Nick. She works from home. We live out in Wilby, so we don't live in town. My children live with my ex-wife near Eye, and that to me it's one of the reasons why we came here. I was living near Trowbridge in Wiltshire. But having had businesses up in Southwold in the past, and then with some various other issues, we moved up here as my children moved up here, and then we created what we've got now. So, did we come up with the intention of starting this? No, probably not. But needs must, and we've really, really enjoyed the journey that we've been on from day one to where we are now.
Good. So I mean, obviously, it sounds obviously it's the ideal position you're in at the moment. So, so really, tell me something. Obviously, you've been in town long enough now to know a lot of people and a lot of things about Harleston. Is there anything interesting that people should know about Harleston? Either secrets or well-known sort of things about?
I think a lot of them are probably well known already, but what I've found over this, especially over the last couple of weeks, is all the tiny little alleyways and houses down back streets that I didn't even know existed. You see Harleston as a small market town that, and on the face of it, as you drive down the high street, that's what you notice. But as you start to deliver it to different places, there are some fascinating buildings around. Yeah. I mean, our clock tower, I was reading somewhere, I think it was something like £325 it cost when they built it, however many centuries ago it was. Those little things. And we've got the architecture around here it is old market town. I don't know whether we're named in the Doomsday Book or not, but it feels that way.
Yeah. and sort of, if you had to describe Harleston and its people in one word, what do you reckon that would be?
It's very difficult to use one word because there are so many words that describe the people of Harleston, but to use one would be friendly. Yeah. I think that's it. I've noticed when I walk down the street, there's always somebody to say hello, chat. Whereas you go to bigger towns and you don't get that atmosphere. It's more. I think it's more an intimate community, isn't it? Really, and that's something I always love, and always love to go to Harleston. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Community. That's what it is. Yeah. It is a community. And I mean, you've got different sides to the community, and you're always going to have your little cliques. But on the whole, everybody's very friendly. They want to try and help each other, and they do try and look after Harleston as best as possible. Yeah.
Good. So finally, Mike, one thing, sort of, obviously we will return to some semblance of normality. We don't know when that's going to be, but it's going to return to that eventually.
Yeah.
If there is one place that you're dying to go out and have a look round, sort of, for example, a pub, restaurant, shop, where do you reckon that would be?
My honest opinion, I would need to grab a drink in JD's across the way.
Please see you. Mike, you've got a busy day. I know you've sort of mentioned that you're busy with obviously your fruit and veg and your deliveries. So I really want to thank you for your time today. And everybody out there in the social media world and obviously in the town, if you know Mike, please tell us, put a comment below as to what you think about Mike. Nothing rude, sort of. It's got to be a compliment.
I'm sure there is some.
Basically, how you know Mike, what he does for the community. And finally, if you know of any local Harleston heroes or champions that you think deserves a mention, I'd love to have a chat with them. Please, in the comments box below, nominate them and why you think they should be nominated. And then we'll make contact and we'll do a video with them too. Mike, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate your time. Best of luck with your venture. I'm sure it will be successful because you're actually sort of filling a demand which is obviously there, which other national companies can't fulfil.
Yeah, that's what we hope. And thank you very much, Kevin, for what you're doing for the rest of the community, not just here, but in Dis as well. So
no, pleasure. No, Mike, thanks a lot, and speak to you soon.
Yeah, you will do. Bye.